Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargava again. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. In a much major victory for the Arcelor-Mittal combine, the Ahmedabad Bench of the NCLT, the National Company Law Tribunal, approved its 42,000 crore bid for the takeover of the debt-laden Essar Steel. Arcelor-Mittal is expected to put in this 42,000 crores immediately, and it will be used to pay off the operational and financial creditors of Essar Steel. NCLT has suggested that this 42,000 crores be used to pay bankers and operational creditors in the ratio of 85:15, such that almost everybody gets most of their dues from Essar Steel. In addition to this 42,000 crores, Arcelor will be infusing another 8,000 crores by way of capital in order to support the operational improvement and to support the profitability and productivity of Essar Steel, which has a steel plant with an installed capacity of 15 million tons per annum. This 8,000 crores is expected to significantly boost the profitability, productivity of Essar Steel and make it a far more valuable company for its shareholders. This bid of 42,000 crores was actually approved by all the banks of Essar Steel somewhere in October 2018. But like in case of every other proceeding in its case, Essar Steel managed to delay it by almost 6 months. Like in the case of Tata Steel, which took over Bhushan Steel within 72 hours of receiving the NCLT order, it paid up the money immediately. Even Arcelor is expected to do that in order to prevent any further obstacles being put by Essar Steel in its bid to take over that company and its assets. While this order of the NCLT brings a closure to the proceedings for the takeover of Essar Steel's assets in the NCLT, the battle for the takeover of Essar Steel is far from over as far as the judiciary is concerned. This case has been delayed. This case has been going on in the NCLT for the last 2 years because of the litigation unleashed by Essar Steel. It has challenged, vehemently opposed every procedure, every regulation, every possible rule and formality only to delay the takeover of its plant by any bidder. It initially ensured that Arcelor-Mittal was kept out of the bidding by taking a plea that since Arcelor was a promoter of 2 companies, Uttam Galva and KSS Petron, both of which were NPA accounts, it was not eligible to bid for it. Arcelor had to pay the dues of Uttam Galva and KSS Petron to the banks, and its eligibility to bid had to be cleared by the Supreme Court. A lot of months elapsed because of this. After this matter went forward, Vedanta came up as one of the challengers to the takeover bid of Arcelor. And while Vedanta came on picture, in the meanwhile, very smartly, Essar managed to stitch its own bid to take over its own company, or rather to pay off its operational and financial creditors, and its bid was to the tune of 54,389 crores. But by then, the frustrated bankers rejected its bid. The SBI chairman actually said that its case needs to be cleared at the immediate because banks are losing to the tune of about 14 crores a day by way of interest on the debt of Essar Steel. So, after this bid also was thwarted, the NCLT finally approved the takeover bid by Arcelor-Mittal. The case is far from over. There are still 2 platforms available for Essar Steel to litigate, which is the NCLT and finally the Supreme Court. Looking at the fact that it has opposed any bid so far so fiercely, it is bound to resort to further litigation, to further challenges in the judiciary. And if Arcelor thinks that its dream to take over a steel plant in India is over, it looks to be unlikely. A further challenge in the judiciary by Essar Steel, which is known to be extremely deep-pocketed. It may have defaulted on bank loans, but the promoters' pockets are deep. They are bound to resort to further challenges in the judiciary. This brings to us a far larger issue. How far will the judiciary be used by deep-pocket litigants like Essar Steel to delay any kind of a justice? This case of Essar Steel, if you take it as a case in point, was among the 52 NPA accounts which were referred by RBI to the NCLT about 2 years ago in order to resolve India's NPA crisis. These 52 accounts actually represented more than 60% of India's NPA accounts, as it was told, and it was said that if these are resolved, the matter of the banking crisis, the NPA crisis, will come to a resolution. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Court provided that whenever a matter is referred to the NCLT, the case would be resolved in 180 days with another grace period of 90 days. So the upper limit to resolve any such case was 270 days. In the case of Essar Steel, almost 2 years have elapsed and litigation continues. In fact, out of these 52 cases, just a few have been resolved and all the others continue to be mired in India's endless judiciary. No resolution is in sight. In the Essar Steel case, as we said, further litigation is bound to happen. The promoters are deep-pocketed. It is up to the judiciary to realize that deep-pocketed litigants are using the judiciary to thwart the rule book, to thwart justice, and they will keep using every possible trick only to ensure that the law is defeated. And in the process, India's banking crisis, NPA resolution, is also bound to be defeated. The litigants may finally win, for all you know, but it will be India that loses if the litigants of the sort of Essar Steel are managed to take this particular dispute even further, and the takeover by Arcelor is delayed indefinitely, which, for all you know, is likely. This is Akhilesh Bhargava signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Namaskar. HW News Network today is a year and a half old. Thanks to your support, thanks to your love, we've grown. We require your support a little more. What we request you to do is to download our free app. Our app is in English, Hindi and Marathi. We promise to update you with the latest news, views, analysis, interview. We also have a live TV going in that. If you download our app, we will get advertisers. And if we get advertisers, we'll get revenue. We get revenue, we can serve you better. So once again, please do support us. Please download our app. Namaskar.
एक बहुत पुराना फिल्मी गाना है, बदले बदले मेरे सरकार नजर आते हैं, जिसे आजकल प्रधान सेवक नरेंद्र मोदी पर लागू किया जाए तो थके थके मेरे सरकार नजर आते हैं। अगली दफे हो सकता है नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री न बने, कोई और बने। बीजेपी कोई अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जैसा शख्स तलाश कर रही है।
हाँ, मोदी जी ने कहा था न मैं खाऊंगा न खाने दूंगा। ये शायद कांग्रेस को पछती नहीं है। अब कांग्रेस की सरकारें कुछ राज्यों में बनी है, वो कम से कम अच्छा काम करें न करें, कम से कम इस बात को तो ध्यान में रखें कि बिना करप्शन का सरकार चला कर दिखाए।
मीडिया तो धराशायी हो चुका है, कम से कम देश को चाहिए एक सशक्त और मजबूत विपक्ष। क्या राहुल गांधी या फिर अरविंद केजरीवाल, अखिलेश यादव, मायावती, ममता बनर्जी एक सशक्त विपक्ष साबित होंगे?
अनेक विचारधाराएं, एक मंच। ये हमारे दर्शकों पर यानी आप पर निर्भर करता है कि आप कौन से विचारधारा से सहमति रखते हैं।